Listen to me. There's more inside you than you're showing the world right now, I'm telling you. You haven't even scratched the surface of what you're capable of. The limits you think you have, they're not real. They're stories. Stories you've been told, or worse, stories you've been telling yourself. You got to push your limits every single day. When you think you're done, you're not done. When your mind says, I can't go any further, your heart says, one more step. Success doesn't live in your comfort zone. Success lives in that extra mile you're scared to run. It lives in the extra hour you don't feel like grinding. It lives in the moments when everybody else quits, but you decide to stay in the game. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Stop arguing for your limitations. I need you to push yourself so hard that your old self wouldn't even recognize you. You want success? You want greatness? It's simple. Push your limits until the limits break, until the walls fall, until your dream is not just a dream, it's your real everyday life. Let's go. It's time to level up. Most of the limits we believe in are not real. They don't exist anywhere except inside our minds. They are the lies we've accepted, the fears we've allowed to control us, the invisible fences we've built around ourselves without even realizing it. And every single day we live inside those fences, we let our dreams stay locked outside. You've got to understand this deep down. Your body, your talent, your potential, they can carry you much further than you think. It's your mind that usually gives up first, not your body. Think about it. When you're in the gym, running that last mile, lifting that last set, doing that final rep, you don't quit because your muscles tear apart. You quit because your mind says, this is enough. I'm tired. I can't. It's your mind that decides it's over long before your body truly hits its limit. And this doesn't just apply to the gym. It applies to your business, your education, your relationships, your entire life. Most people never find out how strong they really are because they stop when things get uncomfortable. They stop when it's hard. They stop when it hurts. But champions understand that real strength starts where the pain begins. Real greatness begins where comfort ends. Your mind is built to protect you. It's built for survival, not success. It's built to keep you comfortable, to keep you safe, to keep you away from fear, away from the unknown. But guess what? Comfort zones are beautiful places where nothing ever grows. Your dreams, your goals, your destiny, they are all waiting for you outside of that little bubble you're stuck in. And the only way to get there is to push past what your mind tells you is too much. Every time you say, I can't, every time you say it's impossible, you are making a choice. You are deciding to believe in a lie. You are deciding to put fake limits on yourself. And the truth is, if you can teach your mind to go further, your life will go further. The battle is not on the outside, it's on the inside. The real war is in your mind. When you wake up at 4 a.m. to chase your dreams, your body's going to scream, go back to sleep. Your mind is going to say you deserve more rest. When you fail once, twice, 3 times, your mind will say, maybe it's just not meant to be. And that's when you got to fight back. So that's when you got to remind yourself, my limits are not real. My feelings are not facts. My fear is not my future. You got to talk to yourself louder than your doubt. You've got to speak power over your life, even when everything inside you feels powerless. It's like this. If you put a baby elephant on a rope and you train it from young age that it can't break free, that elephant grows up believing it can't move beyond that rope, even when it's strong enough to rip down an entire tree. That's how some of you are living. You have the power to change your life. You have the strength to do more, to be more, to have more. But you've been trained by your past, by your fears, by your failures to believe that the little rope around your mind is stronger than it really is. If you could see yourself the way God sees you, if you could see the champion you were built to be, you would never doubt yourself again. You would never let fear tell you who you are. You would never let doubt tell you when to stop. You will realize that you are capable of running faster, reaching higher, and fighting harder than you ever thought possible. I'm telling you, it's not your body that's tired, it's your mind that's tired. It's not your talent that's lacking, it's your belief that's lacking. It's not your opportunity that's missing, it's your faith that's missing. You've You've got to renew your mind every single day. You've got to get up and remind yourself every morning, I am built for this. I am stronger than my excuses. I am tougher than my fears. I will not stop. I will not give in. I will break every mental limit standing in my way. When you push past what your mind says you can't do, you unlock a new level of life. A level most people never even touch because they're too busy listening to their doubts. But not you. Not anymore. You're not average. You're not weak. You're not a quitter. You are a fighter. You are a winner. And winners don't let fake limits dictate their real future. If you're going to become everything you were created to be, you have to realize today that the biggest walls in your life are the ones you built in your own mind. And just like you built them, you can tear them down one thought at a time, one decision at a time, one step beyond fear at a time. You have no idea how powerful you are yet, but you will. If you dare to challenge your limits instead of accepting them, if you dare to believe that when your mind says, I'm done, you still have 50%, 60%, even 100% left in the tank. If you dare to stop listening to the voice that says you can't and start listening to the voice that says you were born for this, your limits are not real. Your future is bigger than your fears. Your destiny is waiting for you. And the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the story you're willing to rewrite in your mind starting today. See what I'm saying? Everything you want in life, everything you dream about, everything you pray for, it's all waiting for you, but it's not sitting inside your comfort zone. It's not sitting inside the easy life. It's outside. It's out there in the unknown. It's hiding beyond the fear, beyond the discomfort, beyond the struggle. Success is not going to walk up to you while you sit safe and comfortable. It's not going to knock on your door while you're chilling, while you're playing it safe. And then guess what? In about 14 seconds, success demands that you move, that you stretch, that you step into places you've never been before. You have to be willing to feel uncomfortable. You have to be willing to be awkward. You have to train your spirit to step up when fear says sit down. You have to move toward what scares you. You have to move toward what challenges you. Because everything you're running from is actually where your growth is hiding. You will never discover how strong you are by playing small. You will never find out how powerful you are by staying hidden. It's when you step into the unknown, when you face the fear, when you do what you thought you couldn't do. That's when the real magic happens. That's when new opportunities show up. That's when new doors open. That's when new parts of you come alive. You think champions were born champions? No. They became champions by doing things that made them uncomfortable every single day. They trained when it hurt. They practiced when they were tired. They pushed when every part of them said stop. They lived outside the comfort zone so that success would become their new comfort. They made it a habit to seek discomfort because they understood that every time they survived a challenge, every time they conquered fear, they grew stronger, tougher, better. Look at the people you admire. Look at the ones changing the world. Look at the ones living their dreams. You think they got there by staying comfortable? Absolutely not. They were scared too. They were unsure too, but they made a decision. They made a choice to lean into discomfort, not run from it. They understood that fear is not a wall, fear is a door. And if you are brave enough to walk through it, you'll find the life you've been dreaming about on the other side. It's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would have it. Everybody would be successful. Everybody would be living their dream life. The reason success is rare is because discomfort is too painful for most people. They feel the heat, they feel the fear, and they back off. But not you, not anymore. You're different. You'll understand now that the pain you feel in the moment is temporary, but the greatness it produces is permanent. You're going to feel like quitting. You're going to feel like turning back, but you have to keep moving forward anyway. You have to tell yourself, this pain is part of the process. This fear is part of the journey. This discomfort is shaping me into the person I was destined to become. Every time you push through that discomfort, you level up. Every time you refuse to let fear win, you get closer to your dream. You cannot grow inside the walls you built for yourself. You cannot soar while clinging to safety. You were not born to play small. You were not created just to survive. You were created to thrive. You were created to push limits. You were created to do something extraordinary. But extraordinary doesn't happen in ordinary spaces. Extraordinary lives outside of ordinary. And ordinary is where comfort lives. If you want something different, you have to move different. If you want something new, you have to become someone new. And that new version of you is forged in discomfort. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're telling life, I'm ready. Every time you face a fear, you're telling the universe, I'm serious. Every time you do what's hard instead of what's easy, you're sending a message to your future self, we're building something great here. It's not about being fearless. Fear is part of the journey. It's about acting in spite of fear. It's about knowing that fear is just a compass pointing you toward where you need to go. Where the fear is, that's where the growth is. Where the fear is, that's where the success is. So don't run from it anymore. Chase it. Hunt it down. Make fear your fuel, not your cage. The world is full of people who chose comfort and settled. Don't be one of them. Be one of the few who chose courage. Be one of the few who chose growth over ease, who chose greatness over comfort. Be one of the few who decided that the pain of discipline was better than the pain of regret. Everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. Your dreams, your breakthroughs, your success, they're not going to meet you in the middle of your comfort zone. You have to go out there and meet them in the wild, in the unknown, in the scary, in the hard. And when you get there, when you finally stand where most people were too afraid to go, you'll realize it was never about talent or luck or connections. It was about courage. It was about commitment. It was about how far you were willing to go when everyone else decided to stay. Success lies outside your comfort zone. If you're ready to meet it, you know what you have to do. Every great thing you want, every dream you've ever had, every breakthrough you've been praying for, it's not hiding from you. It's waiting for you. But it's not sitting where it's easy, where it's comfortable, where it's simple. Your breakthrough is standing right behind resistance. Resistance is not your enemy. Resistance is not trying to stop you. Resistance is the doorway you must pass through to become the person you were destined to be. When you feel resistance, it's not a sign to quit. It's a signal that you're close. You're close to growth. You're close to change. Okay? You're close to a new level. That struggle you're feeling, that pressure, that exhaustion, that's not a punishment. That's preparation. That's the weight room for your soul. And every rep is making you stronger, sharper, better. But the problem is most people run when they feel resistance. Most people back off when things get heavy. They think it's a sign that they're not supposed to move forward. They think it's a sign to retreat. But the truth is, resistance is not blocking you, it's blessing you, it's refining you. You don't build muscle without resistance. You don't build character without hardship. You don't build greatness without struggle. Every breakthrough you want is earned through the willingness to face the resistance, to stand tall when every part of you wants to fold. It's earned when you decide, I'm not backing down, I'm not running away, I'm not quitting just because it's hard. If you want a breakthrough, you have to push through. You have to dig deep when it hurts. You have to find another gear when you're tired. You have to give even more when you feel like you have nothing left. The champions, the ones who change the world, the ones who live their dreams, they feel resistance too, but they understand that resistance is part of the journey. They expect it. They embrace it. They lean into it because they know on the other side of that resistance is the reward. You have to stop seeing resistance as a wall. It's not a wall. It's a bridge. It's the bridge to your next level, but you only cross it by pushing through, not turning around. There's going to be days when it feels like everything is against you, days when nothing works, days when you feel like you're running in place, days when the dream feels farther away than ever before. That's what we need to remember. Resistance is a sign that you're growing. It's a sign that you're in the fight. It's a sign that you're not sitting on the sidelines watching life pass you by. Every battle you're fighting right now is shaping you into the person who can carry the blessing you asked for. If you quit every time you feel resistance, you'll never know what's possible. You'll never taste the victory that's waiting for you. You'll never see the view from the mountaintop if you refuse to climb. And let me tell you something, the climb is hard. It's steep. It's painful, but it's necessary. The climb prepares you for the top. It humbles you. It strengthens you. It teaches you how to appreciate the blessing when you finally receive it. People talk about wanting a breakthrough, but they don't realize that a breakthrough means you have to break through something. You have to push past the fear, push past the doubt, push past the exhaustion, push past the critics, the setbacks, the failures. Breakthroughs are violent. Breakthroughs are messy. Breakthroughs don't happen in the comfort of your living room. They happen when you're sweating, when you're crying, when you're doubting yourself, but you keep going anyway. You don't negotiate with resistance. You don't ask it for permission. You don't wait for it to leave. You fight through it. You grind through it. You outlast it. That's how you win. That's how you get to the other side. That's how you access the strength, the wisdom, the power that was inside you all along. Every time you push the resistance, you're creating a new version of yourself. A version that doesn't fold under pressure. A version that doesn't back down from challenges. A version that's resilient, unstoppable, relentless. You're not just chasing a dream. You're becoming a person who can live the dream. And that transformation happens in the fire of resistance. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to feel good all the time. Growth hurts. Change hurts. Progress hurts. But so does staying the same. So does living with regret. So does wondering what if for the rest of your life. If you're going to feel pain either way, you might as well choose the pain that leads to progress. Choose the pain that leads to purpose. Choose the pain that leads to power. You are stronger than you think. You are tougher than you know. You are more capable than you believe. But you'll never find out if you keep running from resistance. Resistance is the training ground. Resistance is the refining fire. Resistance is the necessary ingredient in the recipe of success. Without it, you stay average. With it, you become unstoppable. The next time you feel resistance, smile. It means you're exactly where you're supposed to be. It means you're on the edge of something new. It means you're about to break through. So don't back down. Don't retreat. Don't second guess yourself. Push harder. Push longer. Push smarter. You're on the verge of a breakthrough. And when you break through, you won't just change your life. You'll change everything just right there, right on the other side of the pain, right on the other side of the pressure, right on the other side of the resistance. Your breakthrough is waiting. It's been waiting. All you have to do is keep going. Pain is temporary. I know it hurts. I know it burns. I know there are moments when it feels like you can't take another step, another hit, another setback. I know there are moments when the weight feels too heavy, when the road seems too long, when you feel like quitting is the only option left. But you have to remember, pain is temporary. It doesn't last forever. It might last for a minute, an hour, a day, a month, even a year. But eventually it will subside. And what it does is something greater is waiting for you on the other side. Something powerful, something eternal. My pride is forever. The pride you feel when you stayed in the fight when you could have tapped out. The pride you feel when you crossed the finish line even though your body was begging you to stop. The pride you feel when you accomplished what others said was impossible, what even you doubted you could do. That pride doesn't fade. That pride doesn't expire. That pride is a permanent part of your story. It's etched into who you are. It becomes a reminder every single day that you are stronger than your excuses, bigger than your fears, and tougher than your circumstances. But the thing is, most people don't get to taste that pride because they let the pain win. They feel a little discomfort and they pull back. They feel a little resistance and they fold. They start strong, they have the passion, they have the energy, but the moment pain shows up, they start negotiating with their goals. They start making deals with themselves, telling themselves, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should settle. Maybe it's too hard. Listen to me. If you give up in the middle of pain, you're trading your destiny for comfort. You're handing over your dreams in exchange for a temporary feeling. You have to outlast the pain. You have to embrace it, knowing that it's shaping you, building you, molding you into the person who can carry the weight of success. Pain is part of the process. It's not a detour. It's the main road. It's not a sign you're on the wrong path. It's confirmation you're on the right one. Because anything worth having is going to require you to fight through something. If greatness was easy, everyone would have it. If success was comfortable, everyone would be living their dreams. But it's not. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you keep showing up. Even when everything inside you wants to disappear, there's a version of you on the other side of the pain that's stronger, smarter, more disciplined, more powerful. That version of you is forced in the fire of adversity. That version of you is born through sweat, through struggle, through relentless commitment, when nothing seems to be going right. You can't skip the struggle and expect the strength. You can't skip the sacrifice and expect the success. The two are connected. Pain is the tuition you pay for pride. Pain is the price you pay for purpose. Pain is the preparation for promotion. Every tear you cry, every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, it's not wasted. It's an investment. An investment in your future. An investment in your dreams. An investment in your legacy. But you only get to collect that return if you stay the course. You only get to stand at the top if you refuse to give up at the bottom. You only get the crown if you're willing to carry the cross. You've got to want it bad enough to suffer for it. You got to want it bad enough to sacrifice sleep, to sacrifice comfort, to sacrifice the easy road. Because when you come out on the other side, you'll walk different. You'll talk different. You'll live different because you know you earned it. It wasn't given to you. It wasn't handed over. It was fought for. And that pride, the pride that comes from earning it, that's forever. That's what nobody can take from you. The pain you're feeling right now is temporary. I promise you, it will end. But if you quit, the regret will last a lifetime. The regret of knowing you were right there, right on the edge of greatness, and you turn back because it hurt too much. Don't let that be your story. Don't let a moment of pain steal a lifetime of pride. Push through, fight harder, dig deeper, because the moment you push past that breaking point, something incredible happens. You find out who you really are. You discover reserves of strength you never knew existed. You realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. The pain is temporary, but the pride you will feel when you accomplish your dream, when you reach your goals, when you stand at the top of the mountain, you will carry that pride with you every single day of your life. It will fuel you. It will inspire you. It will be a reminder that you can do anything, survive anything, overcome anything. You'll become a light for others who are fighting their own battles. You'll show them what's possible when you refuse to let pain have the final say. You have a choice to make. Every single day you have a choice. Will you let the pain stop you, or will you let it shape you? Will you run from it, or will you run through it? Will you settle for temporary comfort, or will you fight for eternal pride? Your future is being written right now in the middle of the struggle, in the middle of the pain. And one day you're going to look back and either be proud of how you handled it or regretful that you didn't hold on just a little longer. Pain is temporary, pride is forever. Choose wisely. Choose strength. Choose perseverance. Don't choose to finish what you started, because when you do, when you look back on this moment, you'll realize that everything you went through was worth it. Every ounce of pain led you to a life full of purpose, pride, and power. When you want success as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you will be successful. It's not enough to simply wish for it. It's not enough to casually want it. It's not enough to say it out loud once or twice and hope life hands it to you. Wanting success casually is not going to push you through when life punches you in the mouth. Casual desires disappear the moment pain shows up. Casual dreams fold the moment challenges rise. You have to want it like your life depends on it, like oxygen, like air, like you can't live another second without it. Think about it. When you're drowning and your lungs are screaming for air, you don't think about anything else. You don't think about your phone. You don't think about social media. You don't think about who's watching you. All you care about is getting one more breath. Nothing else matters. All your energy, all your focus, all your desperation is aimed at survival. That's how badly you have to want success. That's the intensity you have to bring to your dreams every single day. Not once in a while, not when it's convenient, every single day. You can't be half committed and expect to achieve greatness. You can't be kind of interested. Kind of interested people don't make history. Kind of interested people don't build empires. Kind of interested people don't change the world. You have to be all in. Mind, body, spirit. You have to wake up thinking about it. You have to go to bed thinking about it. And in every spare moment in between, you have to be chasing it, breathing it, living it. Success has to be your obsession. It has to be the thing that keeps you up at night and pulls you out of bed in the morning. People talk about wanting success, but the moment it gets uncomfortable, they step back. The moment sacrifice is required, they second guess themselves. The moment pain shows up, they start questioning if it's worth it. Let me tell you something. If you can live without it, you will. If you can be happy settling, you will settle. If you can breathe just fine without it, you'll never do what it takes to grab it. That's why you have to want it like oxygen. That's why you have to want it so bad that failure isn't even an option. So bad that quitting is more painful than grinding. So bad that the thought of not achieving it suffocates you. When you want success like you want to breathe, your behavior changes. You stop wasting time. You stop making excuses. You stop hanging out with people who aren't going anywhere. You stop spending your energy on things that don't align with your goals. You stop letting distractions steal your focus. You start making moves with urgency. You start setting standards for yourself that no one else can set. You start living with discipline and consistency. You start doing the things you don't want to do because you understand that's the price for greatness. It's easy to work hard when you feel good. It's easy to show up when everything is going right. But when you want it as bad as you want to breathe, you show up when you're tired. You show up when you're scared. You show up when you're broke. You show up when nobody's clapping for you. You show up even when there's no immediate reward because you're not doing it for applause. You're doing it because you have no choice. Because you can't imagine living a life without fulfilling your purpose. Because you've decided that whatever it takes, whatever it costs, you will not be denied. Succeed doesn't come to the most talented. It doesn't come to the most connected. It comes to the most relentless. The ones who are willing to go through hell and keep moving. The ones who can be laughed at, doubted, betrayed, rejected, and still keep chasing the dream. Like their next breath depends on it. The ones who understand that every sacrifice is an investment, not a loss. The ones who refuse to be outworked, outlasted, or outbelieved. When you want success as bad as you want to breathe, fear disappears. Doubt disappears. Comfort disappears. You realize you don't have time to worry about what ifs. You realize you don't have time to question yourself. You realize you don't have time to tiptoe through life, hoping to make it safely to death. You realize this is it. This is your one shot. This is your one life. And you either leave it all on the field or you live with the regret of playing it safe. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. Every excuse you make is a step further from your dreams. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you delay your destiny. And there will come a day when you won't be able to buy back the time you wasted. There will come a day when you have to live with the consequences of your choices. Make sure when that day comes, you're proud of the sacrifices you made. Make sure you can look yourself in the mirror and know you left nothing undone. You have greatness inside you. You have untapped power, undiscovered strength, unbelievable potential, but it's locked behind a door that only relentless desire can open. You have to push past your fears, your doubts, your weaknesses. You have to be willing to endure pain, sacrifice, and failure. You have to be willing to keep fighting even when there's no evidence you're winning. Because if you stay the course, if you refuse to quit, if you keep showing up with fire in your heart and a dream in your soul, eventually that door will crack open. When it does, you'll realize it was never about the success. It was about the person you became chasing it. So the question you have to ask yourself every day is simple. How bad do you want it? Are you willing to struggle? Are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to bleed? Are you willing to go without, to work while others sleep, to believe while others doubt? Because if you are, success is yours. It's not a matter of if, only when. Want it like you want to breathe, and watch the world make room for your greatness. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing. How bad do you want it? Not how bad you say you want it when people are watching. Not how bad you want it when it's easy, when you're winning, when you're comfortable. I'm talking about how bad you want it when you're broken. How bad you want it when you're tired, when nobody believes in you, when it feels like the world is stacked against you. Thirst success is not given to the talented, it's given to the relentless. It's given to the ones who are willing to crawl through the mud, to run until their legs give out, to fight until they have nothing left in the tank, and then find a way to fight some more. You have to make a decision today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready, right now. You have to decide that you are not going to live one more day playing small, one more day making excuses, one more day being average. You have to decide that you are going to breathe your dream, live your dream, become your dream. You have to decide that no obstacle, no rejection, no fear, no failure will ever be enough to make you quit. You have to want it like you want to breathe. And if you're willing to want it that bad, if you're willing to commit at that level, then nothing in this world can stop. You understand, life is always going to test you. It's going to push you to the edge. It's going to challenge your commitment. It's going to demand a level of focus, a level of sacrifice, a level of hunger that most people aren't willing to give. That's why success is rare. That's why excellence stands out, because the majority will tap out when it gets hard. They'll settle for comfort over greatness. They'll trade their dreams for distractions. But you have to be different. You have to be the one who refuses to quit, the one who embraces the struggle, the one who falls, bleeds, cries, and gets back up anyway. You have to be the one who says, if I have to crawl, I'll crawl. If I have to scratch, I'll scratch. But I will get there. I will breathe life into my dreams. And when you live like that, when you move through the world with that kind of intensity, doors will start opening. Opportunities will start chasing you down. Success will start becoming inevitable, not optional. Because you won't just be wishing for it, you'll be willing it into existence. You'll be molding your destiny with your own two hands, fueled by a fire that cannot be put out. So I need you to promise yourself right here, right now, that you're done holding back. You're done living at half speed. You're done letting fear dictate your future. From this moment forward, you are committed, you are relentless, you are unstoppable, you are a dream chaser, a warrior, a king or queen, and you will not settle for anything less than everything you were created to become. Every breath you take from now on is a reminder that you have the power to change your life. Every breath you take is a reminder that you were born to be great. Every breath you take is a second chance, a new opportunity, a fresh start. Don't waste it. Don't waste another second. Stand up, dig deep, lock in, and move forward like your next breath depends on it. Because it does. Because your future is waiting for you. Because your destiny is screaming your name. Now go get it. And don't you ever stop until you can't breathe without it.